Four Seasons Mobile Application Recreation.
Isidore Sharp constructed his first hotel in 1960 within Toronto, Canada. He created a new type of hotel that focused mainly on the guest. By the 1970s and 1980s, there had been a significant expansion beginning to go into the United States and other locations all over the world. By the end of the 1980s, they employed over 10,000 people throughout their properties. In the 1990s, they focused on the tropical resort sector, creating the Four Seasons Maui and the Caribbean island of Nevi. In 1996, online marketing was enhanced with the launch of FourSeasons.com, which has become transitional for hotel booking since 1999. Less than a decade after its launch, FourSeasons.com reached $100 million in cumulative online bookings. Four Seasons is a hugely respected hotel brand that represents the power of the online booking sector within the hospitality and tourism industry.
Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts has revamped their website. It cost them $18 million, but had created a personalized experience for the consumer that will be sure to represent a strong return on investment in the future.
Just over a year into the new website, it has already shown a 200% increase in the online bookings they have experienced.
User-generated content, such as TripAdvisor and other review sites, have their information posted right on the main website of FourSeasons.com. This allows the guests to see the true reviews because Four Seasons wants the consumer to know they are very confident in their service and product and do not have anything to hide. Facebook pages have also been created for the brand and for each property in the line of hotels. In the next section of the video, we will be showing the VP of Marketing and how they have established their online marketing presence.
Hello, my name is Fred Colas for the CMO World Tour. I'm traveling all around the world to interview world's top marketers. I want to understand the impact of the digital age on their personal and professional lives. Today, we are in New York at the Four Seasons Hotel, and we are interviewing Susan Helstab. Susan is the Executive Vice President of Marketing for Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts. Hello, Susan.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Has digital changed the interactions between the Four Seasons brand and its potential customers?
I used to think that marketing was about tell and sell, and now it's a much more passive, kind of influential undertaking. So we're content creators. We're basically engagement facilitators. We're commerce enablers. And when you think about the difference in those words, those are not control words. Those are about handing over control to a consumer. I see the world now as being very inclusive. And it's inclusive because anybody can participate with brands. And I call it aspirational ownership. Right? So before, you had to buy the handbag to own it. But now you can follow Chanel. And you can feel that kind of aspirational ownership.
What have you done that is different from others in your sector?
Our strategy was really unique when we went into those mediums because the first thing was we felt that it was very important that we distribute the engagement in the relationship. So we created a brand level Facebook page, but we also created individual hotel Facebook pages. And what we've been able to do is have multi-levels of engagement with a potential guest or customer.
What's the next stage for Four Seasons digital development?
We are building a new website, which we're going to launch at the end of this year. It is going to be a very interactive, dynamic site that's going to allow for customization of the visitor's experience. It will be much more experiential and evocative. At the same time, we're going to be delivering everything through the existing mobile applications and trying to anticipate as much about what future applications might look like as possible. We're also going to do something that's really uncomfortable for people who market luxury products and services, and that is that we're going to import user-generated content. We are going to put TripAdvisor and other user review sites and the reviews right on our website with a direct link to those sites, because we're so confident that what we're selling, what we're marketing, what we're offering to our guests, is something that stands up to that level of scrutiny.
What's the measure of success for the new site?
We want this to be potentially the only site they need to go to make a travel decision. Now, that's an audacious goal, and we're going to build on that over time. But one of the frustrations of, somebody who's doing travel research is that they need to go to so many different websites in order to get the information that they want. We're hoping that what they're able to do is go to our site and realize all of their needs in that place.
How successful have you been at using platforms like Facebook?
Well, a number of our hotels have been testing promotions in their spa where they have specific offers, and it really is for the spas in the hotel that also attract a day guest or a day visitor. And what we're finding is that there's about 60% uptake of those promotions through Facebook. Well, that's extraordinary. We've never seen that in any other vehicle. Not everyone is like that, but we're figuring out, which are the ones that are really motivating, that are really engaging, that people want to tell all of their friends about, and then to take advantage of.
How has digital changed your marketing organization?
Ultimately, integration is really the most difficult thing to accomplish within an organization. And if you also create organizational change that supports the integration, it'll work better than if you're simply trying to influence people to talk to each other and work together. And we're making changes all the time. For example, when we first got into social media, it was living in public relations. And then we moved it into interactive marketing. We've just moved it back into public relations. And it really is about the content piece of it, because the technology, and the systems piece of it and the platform piece of it is going to be taken care of in the right way. And those two groups work together very closely. The other piece of it is, as I mentioned, that where we want to go with all of this is social commerce. And so our e-commerce department and our revenue management department are also all engaged in conversations in the whole development process and figuring out, why are we doing this? What's the return?
How do you manage your agency portfolio in the digital age?
At about the time that traditional advertising agencies decided that they needed to integrate themselves and they needed to be able to offer the full basket of services to their customers, we became quite intrigued by that notion because it's efficient and you've got a single point of view as it relates to the brand vision embedded in your agency. What we experienced was that if you really want core expertise in the different media or channels, that you needed to go to specialist agencies. And so, the pendulum swung. So we had specialist agencies, and then we tried to go to an integrated agency, and then we moved back to the specialist agencies. And the other part of your question is, who really takes the lead on the brand vision? And it used to always be our advertising agency. Well, guess what? Today, it's our interactive agency who is defining what the brand expression is, and that gets adapted for offline.
As you can see from this interview, Four Seasons is on top of their online marketing. They have developed a plan to maintain their strong online presence. However, there are some procedures they can put into place to improve their current online marketing. Currently, Four Seasons does not have a very strong mobile application. They are missing out on the smartphone market. 86% of their mobile bookings are through the iPad. This should be seen as a missed opportunity due to the low prevalence of the Four Seasons on the smartphone. An example of a strong market contender is Marriott International. which has had large success with their mobile application that does not only allow the consumer to produce their reservation, but also check in via the application at the hotel. The application has also been successful in America and Canada. This has caused it to go global recently. According to research, mobile check-in is particularly popular with younger travelers, with 57% of business travelers aged 21 to 39 using their smartphone to book a hotel.
The current Four Seasons applications for smartphones are currently only made for certain properties. This is not a general Four Seasons application. The property-based applications only include information about the properties. They do not include the methods of booking, the actual hotel, or any interaction measures. Their application would most likely be downloaded and overlooked by the guest. An individual looking for a location to stay would receive fewer benefits on these mobile applications than just by looking on a web-based browser. In order for the Four Seasons to see the benefits that the Marriott is seeing, they must make some changes. These changes include a quick and easy method of searching for the actual rooms and making the final booking transaction. Other added amenities should be considered, such as the mobile check-in trend currently growing with Marriott, a personalized greeting when in the hotel room, and tailored suggestions of services throughout the hotel. The process of actually booking services throughout the select hotel, such as spa or fitness facilities, and being able to purchase hotel product from bedding to spa items. The application should also offer deals and suggestions to the guest once they have left the actual hotel property, helping to make sure they return to the brand in the future. In the end, the application should guide the guest through the booking process, actual transaction, stay at the hotel, and finally, future bookings. In conclusion, Four Seasons does have a beautiful website that is providing their guests with superb services. However, they should consider the power of developing a mobile application for the entire brand. It will allow the brand to stay with the current trends taking place in the hospitality and tourism industry. They do not want to be overlooked due to their lack of smartphone technology. A smartphone application would also allow the consumer to experience even more excellence from this luxurious brand.